Alright, good morning everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome back guys, welcome back. What's going on everyone? Let me just move this the screens around here, 2 seconds. Good morning, good afternoon, welcome back guys, welcome back. What up, what up, what up? How you feeling? I'm doing alright man, I'm doing alright. We've got a bit of a shit cold at the minute, but we're pushing through man, we're pushing through. The man flu is developing, but hey, we're pushing through man, we're pushing through. What's going on guys? Welcome back everyone, happy Tuesday guys. Yeah, price action was lovely today. Yeah, you had some nice sells on gold in Asia. Then you also had some nice buys again actually. Let me just have a quick look at the news for the day. See if we have anything exciting. What do we have today? What do we have? So we got some pound news. We got some Canadian dollar CPI, and then we got the Fed Chair Powell testifying at 3 p.m. London time. Yeah, there was some nice shorts today. Some nice shorts down into this liquidity, and a nice breakout as well. Even this nice hourly morning star was nice. You guys on Zoom, everyone else can hear me all fine, yeah? Yep, cool. Yeah, some nice yeah, he had a nice sell down into these lows today. This is our Asia liquidity level that we gave inside the Asia market call today. We basically said this morning that anyone who was trying to buy here on gold, sitting some stops just down below, so shorting down into that level was a very, very nice liquidity level. And you kind of see 4 hour is starting to find some support. Here, which is going to be interesting for London, because you kind of, you came down, grabbed the lows, and you had a really nice breakout buy, and then you came up and tagged the highs. So you've tagged the highs, and you've also tagged the lows. So now it's going to be interesting to see where London's going to go today, because we're in a little bit of a tight range. We can still get trades within this range, but we just need to be doing it in good areas. What's this? About it's about 140 tick range, which is still good, Can still trade this range. I'm not feeling 100%, guys. You have to bear with me today. Might have a little bit of brain fog, but we'll see. Still had some nice calls today either way. Yes, yeah. Since grabbing the lows and then grabbing highs, there's not really too much. Yeah, you too, Nick. You too, man. Hope you enjoyed the Topstep goods. Cones will do that. Yeah, there was this nice evening star play here. But for me, I have no real downside target, so I personally didn't take that one. So to be honest, kind of where you're coming into is you're back down into big support after grabbing the lows. So if I was short this evening star, to be honest, what's that? You've got around 60, 70 ticks. I'd be locking it in personally. Personally, I would be. Because you've grabbed the lows of this support now. Anyone who was buying here, sitting their stops just down below, squeezed out any early buyers, tried to push up, squeezed out some sellers here as well, and now kind of back within the range. So it's a big make or break level. We're trading back below 33.50, but looking at that 4 hour close that's just happened, to me, there's the potential for a bit of a pullback here. Yeah, personally, I'd lock it in, man. It was nice. It was a nice hourly evening star as well. I actually wanted to take this hourly morning star play here. Once you here in Asia, we got the shorts into our liquidity level. Then once you came down, grabbed lows and bounced out, I was actually looking for price to come down and have a little bit of a morning star to have a bit of retracement. But when this hourly ended up closing bearish, then I was like, I'm not really too interested anymore. And then you ended up coming up to tag the highs. But you could have, I guess I could have said, once that closed back above, you could have scalped that at 60 ticks, but it wasn't super clean, so I was happy to miss out on that trade. And yeah, we're having a nice pre-London squeeze here. That's what I took. Yeah, nice, Chris, nice. See, I kind of wanted it here as well, but then there was no bottom wick on this 30-minute. Then by the time you got up here, I was like, well, from here to here, it's only 36. So I was like, no, I don't really want to take that trade. Yeah, I really wanted to buy up into them highs. But no, I agree. There wasn't anything super clean. The sells down into the lows were nicer, to be honest. Oh, nice, Nick. 70 ticks. Beautiful, man. Beautiful. See, that's what happens. Nick came to mine, asked me some trading questions, and made 70 ticks. Just like that. Nice trade, man. Nice trade. Let's make some bank. Yes, sir. Let's make some bank. Yeah, don't forget the commission. Yeah, absolutely. 50% commission. 100%. So the question is, are we going to continue breaking back below on gold, or are we going to start to have a bit of a pullback? We've came down and we grabbed the lows of Friday. Back at some massive support now. So the question is, are we going to hold this, or are we actually going to finally break it and start to squeeze lower? To me, it being that big of a daily level of support, with Asia having a sell-off, I would like to see potential bounces from here. I know it's looking pretty bearish right now, but it's going to look bearish until it actually closes below. Definitely worth the hour drive for 10 minutes of your time. Yeah, good man. That's what we like to hear. I seen Nasdaq's almost back at all-time highs, which is insane. After being down like 25% this year, we got NQ almost back at all-time highs. Where did we start January? Where did we start January? Here. Lows of about lows of about 26%. To now actually being green on the year is pretty crazy. Now being back up, what, 5% on the year? Look at that. That's pretty solid. Huge once in a couple of year opportunity to catch a 25% bounce. Gold's crashing. I don't know about crashing. It's having a little bit of a sell-off. How many ticks is this? It's 60 ticks, 50 ticks. If we can keep breaking out, then amazing. We'll see if we can get some shorts. I don't like this huge support though, but we'll see. We shall see. We shall see. I did request a payout this morning, which was very nice. Took a payout this morning about $2,000 on an account that I got in April, which is very nice. So I took a $2,000 payout on a 50, and I haven't taken any payouts on my no payouts on my 150 just yet. It's only up 3,000, so I build a little bit more of a buffer on this one. I'm not on a live one, man. I'm still on. I'm just trading XFAs, man. To get moved to the live, your account that takes the 5th payout has to have over $5,000 in balance. So I stayed in the XFAs, man, which is good. Which is good. So within the first 15 minutes here of the open of this 4-hour, we're instantly coming down and tagging the lows. So I'm saying don't get too excited by this. We're 15 minutes into this 4-hour open, and it's creating a very nice bottom wick. By the time this closes, this could be a huge bottom wick for this to potentially have a bit of a pullback. Trend line on the daily. Let's see. Oh, and on the hourly. Yeah, nice. Yeah, lovely grab of the highs there. Let's see. Yeah, you kind of do have this one bouncing around that. Yeah, that's why I think. That's why I do like gold. Manipulate this trend line more. Come back down into 3,300. But it's more so is London going to have a bit of a pullback before we see that big sell-off. It's kind of what we're trying to understand here. So yeah, we got to keep in mind that we are at massive daily support, massive 4-hour support. Yeah, I agree. I'd be very surprised to see this 4-hour that being enough of a top wick. I mean, it's possible, but the fact that we're coming into this huge support, look at we dragged us all across huge levels. It's not an area where I want to be getting short personally. It's an area where I want to see potential. Maybe even fake out buys. Potential fake out buys. Maybe 15-minute fake out buys. 15 minutes just closed bearish. The only thing is, where's our targets? We've grabbed the lows. We've also grabbed the highs. Shorting the highs and buying the lows would have been great. But now that you have grabbed the liquidity, it's a little bit tough. Is it more common for price to revisit when a top or bottom wick forms at first, opposed to an open? Yeah, I mean, if it opens and pushes down, there's a higher chance you need to come up and create a higher top wick, especially on a higher time frame like the 4-hour. Like if the 4-hour is going to have a 4-hour bearish close, you would imagine, the first, hour or so of the 4-hour to create the top wick for them to push down. But if this 4 hour opens and instantly comes down, then there's a high chance, yeah, you'll come revisit the open of the 4 hour, maybe even push up a little bit. So, you know, if I'm gonna sell gold today, you know, this is my next liquidity target down here. If I'm gonna short down into there, I would need to see a decent closure below here. Which, if we close below here, you know, it's a 200 tick range. That's still very, very nice. But I need to see at least a 30-minute closure, at least. Otherwise, you could get trapped trying to short support, which you don't want to do. Yeah, on the futures it is actually. That's a good point. Where is it? Yeah, 4 hour, very bearish, massive top wick. Where we come down and squeeze the 4 hour lows. Yeah, that's a tough thing trying to understand which 4 hour time frame to base analysis off. For me, I still like to do it off the currency. That 4 hour morning star that we spoke about in London yesterday on the futures chart ended up playing very, very well. And then you formed literally a perfect 4 hour evening star right at 3400 as well. Beautiful morning star, beautiful evening star. Very, very nice. London ended up having a really nice push up that we spoke about yesterday as well. Lovely morning star, pushed up, evening star at the highs, back down. So yeah, I mean, could we come and squeeze previous 4 hour lows? Yeah, possible. It's a buy signal, absolutely, man, absolutely. Liquidity, it's just based on levels where price hasn't grabbed the previous high or low. That's what I refer to as liquidity. So the reason I was watching this level here in Asia is because I anticipate, you know, what did gold not do here before this whole push up? Never quite re-grabbed the lows, and we know that gold loves to grab these levels, same as the highs. This is our liquidity level from yesterday. Came up, grabbed the highs in our pre-New York market call, and then sold right back down to the lows. So from the highs to the lows yesterday, it was a 500 tick push, which is insane. Targets of 47.1. Let's see, man. 47.1. 47.1. Yeah, I mean, yeah, potential. 339. Yeah, it's a pretty tight range. Like, I personally wouldn't trade into that. To me, that's just about a 20 tick range. But yeah, this is our liquidity level from yesterday. Came up, grabbed the highs, huge sell off, massive sell off. Oh, on the futures, let me see. 47, 33, 47. Yeah, I mean, maybe it's pretty far away. 47.1 is very, very far away. I'm not really thinking that far ahead, personally. Not to say you can't come that high or low, but yeah, I'm also trying to see what's going to happen in the next like, you know, 1 to 2 hours. There's a really nice sell-off here on gold. Like I say, you know, if you're selling gold, you're shorting gold at resistance. We're not shorting gold at support. So it's not ideal that it's already pushed down this much before we jump on, but it's what it is. I'm not going to start shorting gold here at support just because you didn't get short from up here. That's what most retail gamblers try and do. Afternoon, I hope it a while. Afternoon, man. Welcome. You start shorting from here, Yoda, you're FOMOing into the fact that you didn't get this push down. If we're looking for shorts today on gold, where are we shorting gold? Well, we're shorting gold at resistance, not support. Yeah, would have won them. Yeah, you would have had to, yeah, execute and leave it. There was a huge wick to highs there. So, to be fair, that would have been a... Once that wick to highs and held it, that would have been lovely. The only thing is, I wouldn't have been holding it this long, to be honest. So they have too much of a target to want to sell it. Yeah, definitely. It was there. I just didn't really have any downside targets. You know, there's the 4 a.m. wick of the highs. Because you got support right here. So if I did short that, like, where would I be shorting into? I'd be shorting right into the fact that you grab lows and close bullish, which wouldn't really make too much sense. So there's no, although it's a nice entry, there's no targets. It's not just about finding the entry. It's about do we have targets? And for me, if I was jumping on the charts here, you know, it's easy to look back in hindsight now and go, oh yeah, you know, I would have shorted that and I would have held it. Well, why would you have shorted that? You grab lows, you close bullish. You grabbed highs and close doji. If I'm shorting this, well, where am I shorting into? What, you want to short into massive 4-hour support where the second you tap into it can go against you? Personally, not really. Although, you know, like I say, you see it pushing down now, it looks super obvious, but it's like if it pushed up, it also would have looked very obvious. Don't think about what you might have done in hindsight. The reality is, even if we were watching this, I wouldn't have shorted this. We shorted today in Asia into our liquidity levels, and that gave about 100 ticks. But would I have shorted this? No. You have to be, you know, it's easy to think like, damn, if I got on the charts this time, I would have shorted this. But it's like, now, be realistic. Why would you have shorted that? Where's your targets? You don't have any. So why would you have shorted it? You wouldn't have. I mean, explain gold is much easier to understand. How to trade it for me? Thank you. That's what we like to hear. That's what we like to hear. Yeah, I took a little bit of this short down here on one of my 50s. We took the sells in Asia. Nah, not really, man. Not really. Not too much. Not yet. There's a lovely dip down. So this huge grab and a bullish closure would have been a lovely buy. Tried to squeeze up, pulled all the way back, and then finally hit it. Where did you short from, man? Where did you get short from? You got short, what, after this liquidity grab? Or before? Once this here's grabbed the lows, that's the short's done. So I got short into the liquidity grab, but once the liquidity's been hit, no more shorts. No more shorts. But yeah, if we get a strong 30-minute closure here, like it's looking like we're gonna get, you may come down and fill in this wick here. If that's a wick fill trade you want to take, it's there. It's not the cleanest, but we've been seeing them wick fills quite a lot. So previous 4-hour low as well, I guess you could say. Let me just have a quick look at the news. Oh, Trump speaking, that's why. So Trump come out and said, seizing fire is now in effect. Please do not violate it. Yeah, you could. Yeah, you could take on a combine. Yeah, you could. Wouldn't take on XP. I don't have a combine to trade, but I might fire one up. It's not a trade I'd take on my these Wickfield trades aren't what I'd take on my XFA, but yeah, it could be worth a little combine play. Let me see if I can fire up a 50 or 100 here. Let's have a look. We've got 3 minutes until this 30-minute close here as well. Start a trading combine. Let's see. And the new dashboard. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Start a trading combine. Alright, let's do it. Let's do it. Where are we? Confirm. Oh, I need to do verifications on the new dashboard. I'll do that after. Yeah, I'll do that. I've got to do a verification to fire up a new one on the new dashboard, so I'll do that. I'll do that after instead. Is there actually a discount? Let me see. Two minutes here on Goldie. 2 minutes. Oh no way! Nice. 30% off. Wow, really? Nice. I didn't see that. Dash 25. Wow, I did not see that. All right, maybe I will do the verification. Where did that go? When did that go? When did that start? Oh, I don't think I have my wallet with me. New dash. All right. Well, maybe I will do that. I'll do it when we go on the break, or I'll do it when I get back. That's pretty good. But yeah, I'm on the new dashboard. Yeah, I did pass another 50 on the new dashboard. I was just still trying to find out trying to find my way around it. But it looks pretty nice. Yeah, I passed another 50 on it yesterday, which is pretty nice. It looks yeah, it looks clean. Oh yeah, look at that. Nice free code. 1 minute here, guys. 1 minute till this 1 minute till this 30 is gonna close. It's me. It's not letting me start a new combine without it. I can user needs to complete verification before making further purchases. I think it's a limit of 10. There's a limit of 10. Yeah, the discount covered the extra. Yeah, that's good, man. That's good. That's good. Yeah, maybe it's the first one. Yeah, I did already open one on the dashboard, so it could just be the first one. All right, so we've had a decent 30-minute closure there. Very, very bearish. If you short the flip of the candle, stops are going to be pretty big. There's a very decent push down here. Grab the highs, pull back, ranged, continue selling off. If we get a, if you get a decent pullback, I'd consider shorting. But if I sell this 30-minute flip, the only exit would be right back up here, with the target into the lows. It's not even a 1-to-1, so it's not really worth it. Let me see if we can. Let me see if I can do this Topstep verification. I think I might need ID with me, which I do not have. Stocks had a beautiful push yesterday as well. Tesla had an amazing 10% day, which is very nice. Tesla had a very, very, very nice push yesterday. Almost 10%. Yeah, I've always loved Tesla, man. I love Elon. Me and Elon go way back. What do you mean? Oh yeah, you need my ID. I'll do that after. I actually wanted to buy more if we were gonna maybe just wick down some lows. If we were gonna wick these lows, I was gonna buy more. Having a really nice push. Really, really, really nice push. Okay, it's crazy that Nasdaq's at all-time highs. That's what I kind of said yesterday. I was like, it'd be great if it can have a bit of a sell-off, but it's just looking that bullish that any gap down is getting bought right back up. And I got an alert. These new all-time highs, which is insane. Insane, insane, insane. Yep, I have a take profit trader, man. Yep. Yeah, I've got an account with them. I don't use it too often. I should probably start using it more. Same as my other accounts. I've mainly just been using my Topstep accounts. I traded some of the Apex accounts when I was in Bali. But yeah, the other ones I need to prioritize a little bit. Yeah, small pullback. Yeah, nice pullback would be good. Pullback would be very nice. Yeah, I got 100k on a TPT. Play some heads-up poker for the Apex accounts. Yeah, done deal. Seven accounts, so deal. We got 7 accounts. Oh no, I don't know about that. It doesn't sound like a good deal, actually. Topstep isn't available in my country. Can I use a VPN? Definitely not, no. If you go take a payout and it gets denied, and then you blame Topstep, that's not Topstep's fault. If it's banned in your country, it's banned in your country, unfortunately, man. Because if you go to get the payout, you're going to have to prove your address and everything anyway, so... Unfortunately not. No, I haven't yet quit, nah. I think it balances at around like 1,500 each on the 7 accounts. That's why I kind of want to prioritize them more. I haven't traded them in the past few weeks. So I got 7 funded and one challenge. They're up about just over 1,000. Yeah, you won't be able to do the KYCs yet. Yeah, to buy the account if it's banned. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, nah, don't use a VPN. It's not worth it. Because if you get denied, then you're just gonna go through all the stress of getting the payout to then just get denied. It just doesn't make any sense. Which props do you recommend after maxing Topstep? I mean, if you max out Topstep, you've maxed out 5 accounts plus each, then it's probably quite far down the line. But there's a lot of different options. You know, Tradeovate, Take Profit Trader. Sorry, Tradeovate, Tradeify. My Fund of Futures. Lots of different options. I would, you know, I'd be maxing out Topstep, getting all the payouts, and then, you know, worried about that. I wouldn't worry too much. If you get max funded on Topstep, what's that? 750,000? It's like, man, that's more than enough. More than enough. Gold trying to squeeze low here, guys. If you're in that 30 flip, see if you can squeeze these lows. You're my favorite to watch with Topstep. Thank you, Sean. Appreciate it, man. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Yeah, consistent payouts over getting max funded, 100%, man. 100%. Yeah, get the consistent payouts. You can build a whole entire trading career just with Topstep. So, personally, I would just focus on Topstep. Morning. How do you deal with taxes? You pay them. And you go to your account and say, I want to pay my taxes, and then you pay them. There's nothing really to it. Just go talk to an accountant, tell them what you're making, and pay taxes. That's not me being sarcastic either. People ask me all the time, how do you pay tax? What does that even mean? You literally go talk to accountants and say, this is how much I've made. How much tax do I pay? But a lot of people worry about tax before they've even had a single payout. Gold having a decent push here in this 30-minute flip. If you are in it, I would be managing aggressively. Yeah, pretty much, which I'm absolutely not going to do. If you're in that 30 flip, you'd be managing aggressively. I'm not in this, guys. It's not worth my risk to roll. I get easier trading that today. But if you guys are in this nice squeeze, clean and simple, excellent educated. Thank you, man. Thank you. I suppose it's all about keeping it clean and simple. So as you hit these lows, if you guys are in the short, you know, be a decent management point, because anything below these lows, anything can happen. Yeah, a bit like that. Yeah. Yeah, I can't give any tax advice. Unfortunately, it's illegal for me to give tax advice. Nor can I do a better job than, you know, what an accountant will do anyway. Yeah, literally, Sam. Yeah, 100%, man. Especially not in Australia. The reason I didn't take this, guys, is because there was just there's not much of a risk reward. You know, it's like I could have squeezed it above some 5 highs, but it's like you're just about squeezing a 1-to-1. If I just want a 1-to-1 risk to reward today, I'll get that much easier than trying to, you know, FOMO into this big push down. Yeah, every place is different, exactly. That's why it's hard for me to recommend anything, because, you know, what might be applicable for me could be completely different for someone else. But any good accountant will give you a good free advice. But there's no secrets or anything like that. You get a big fat tax bill and have to pay it. It's the liquidity low. Once you come close to it, man, there's a high chance it's going to get filled. This was the liquidity grab to try and push up. However, you couldn't push up, so closing bearish means there's a high chance you're probably just going to come squeeze it one more time. That's what you're doing, coming right for the lows now. What's that? What'd that 30 flip give you? About 50 ticks. Not bad. Not bad. But yeah, this was nice liquidity pick for a push up. But you couldn't push up. You held resistance, liquidated highs. So once you start closing back bearish near this low, then there's a high chance it's going to get filled in. Because if this was a true liquidity grab, you would have pushed up already. However, you couldn't break back higher. You closed bearish, and now you're continuing to sell off. Futures come right down for that 4-hour low there as well. Huge sell-off here on Goldie. Big sell-off. No short though for me. Good morning from Bahrain. Good morning, man. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How nice little double bottom squeeze there on Goldie. Almost came for the lows, having a little bit of a rejection. Maybe the London Open again. I wasn't expecting too much here pre-London. London Open, to be honest, I'm not really too sure. We're going to be very reactive to London Open today. It'd be interesting to see what we're doing below these lows. Yeah, volume's insane, man. Yeah, that's the thing. London yesterday, we ended up ripping up, what, 300 ticks in London? And then ended up, what, pulling back another 200? There was like over 1,000 ticks worth of volume yesterday. Since the open, like we pushed down 420 ticks. We then pushed up another 460. And then we ended up selling off another 260. Like there was just a, yeah, insane amount of volume. Insane amount of volume. Yeah, I'd like it to pull back for more shorts. Yeah, I don't want to sell it down here. You sell it down here, you can get caught trying to sell right at major high time frame support, which can trap you in a pretty shitty trade. So we don't want to be selling down here. That's why it's unfortunate to see this nice sell off come again at like 5 AM London time. Again, I still wouldn't have shorted it personally. But yeah, there's a crazy amount of volume yesterday. Huge amount of volume. So it may be more of a London Open trade. Oh, trading NQ and it's so fast and crazy. I like gold's consistent moves. Yeah, absolutely. I did actually trade NQ yesterday. I took a 1 minute scalp yesterday on NQ. But I agree, gold. Yeah, gold is gold's much more consistent. Gives you more time to think about the moves, take your time with trades, and not be too rushed. Whereas NQ can be very erratic. But I did have some nice buys yesterday. Gold having a nice squeeze down here, guys, coming right into them lows. If you guys did take that 30-minute flip, your short target was these lows here for about 50 ticks. It's too aggressive for me to want to scalp, but it was a nice little squeeze into lows. The reason I was thinking this is because, anyone who tried to maybe short this, tried to call the lows here, sitting there stops just down below that previous 4-hour low. Well, we just came down and grabbed it. Remember, we're still only 43 minutes into this 4-hour. Look at this. So we came down, liquidated these lows. Now, what we do below here is going to be interesting. Yeah, 50-point wick and then go right back. Yeah, it's insane. It's insane. But yeah, gold gives you much more time to think about the moves. Follows the same liquidity principles very well. Yeah, I mean, you could have taken it on the hourly. It was definitely nicer than trying to take a trade down here. This hourly evening star. My only thing with this hourly evening star is there was no real targets. I didn't have this target until we started to come near it. When we're all the way up here, this isn't a downside target for me. Until we come down to it, yeah, then I can scalp it for a short into it. But when we're trading all the way back up here, you don't know what's going to happen because you came down. There'd be no reason for you to consider this low until you come near it. So at this point up here, it's like I said, it's easy to look back and be like, oh yeah, I would have short this, but it's like you probably wouldn't have realistically. You grabbed the lows, you tried to push up, you then grabbed highs, you're closing within a range. It's easy to see us push down, but yeah, I would have shorted that from this evening star. It's like, well, if you shorted this morning star, it would have been a nicer trade. But yeah, if we do break out here, this would be the next target. That's the whole next liquidity level. But like I said, if I'm gonna short gold, I'm not gonna sell gold at support. I'm gonna sell gold at resistance. So if we do close this bearish, maybe London Open gives us a bit of a pullback, then great. New York was pretty wild yesterday on gold. These were our liquidity levels, but you had a aggressive sell-off. So at that point, I was like, okay, cool. I'm not going to watch gold in New York. You ended up closing right back above with a massive hourly fake out, and then grabbed the highest for about 100 ticks before then having a huge sell-off. New York session was pretty wild yesterday. So we may be waiting for the London Open here, guys. There's a solid sell-off here on gold. Like I say, I'm not going to chase it. So there's no new trading opportunities down here. Gold has a massive push down. It's going to pull back or it's going to range before it then has the next move. If you start trying to jump in trades down here, you're trading off the fact that you maybe missed this move down. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, the poker table at the retreat was poker table at the retreat was amazing, man. We had a full poker table, a live dealer, and everything. It was amazing. Yeah, good idea. Quick COD match. Yeah, good idea. You got time. Got time. We're gonna wait for at least this next, you know, even London Open. This is a huge sell-off here. Yeah, the poker table was incredible. Having a dealer just made it go so much quicker. We played for like 3 hours, I think, but it went so fast. Played for like 3 hours, but it absolutely flew by. Yeah, it was amazing. Yeah, makes me want to play more. I'd love to play more. Oh, nice, locked up for the day. Plus 2K, amazing, man, amazing. 2K on a Tuesday morning, beautiful work. Look at this sell off here on gold. Alright, let's start full margining NQ. Yeah, pack and trading. Yeah, pack and trading. A full-time poker player after one win. Yeah, it would be cool to play more games. Look at that huge sell-off on oil as well. Stocks are at all-time highs. Stock portfolio is booming as well. With Nasdaq having a great push, stocks are booming. It has been very, very nice. We're going to see Nasdaq. Yeah, that would be nice. If you can see Nasdaq maybe come close, decent pullback before then ripping all-time highs would be beautiful. Yeah, we could definitely fire up online poker. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Yeah, weekend poker game would be sick. Yeah, 100%. Look at this, nice 20% bounce on Nvidia there. Look at that, huge, huge. Oh, nice. Made a tick over $400. Beautiful, man. Beautiful. Switch to MGC from NQ. Yeah, nice, nice, nice. You can get great trade trading MGC, man. That's a beautiful sell-off here already. 5 a.m. London time, you know, you've already sold off 230 ticks. Crazy. No, I've no new vids this week, but I have just organised all the retreat footage, so hopefully I'll have that coming soon. Excuse me, I was supposed to record some, but I don't feel 100%, so probably next week, man. I'm stuck with the band flu. Just me, Sean. God bless me, thank you. So with gold having a decent sell-off here, guys, I may call it till the London Open when we jump on the Topstep channel, because, like I say, you know, what new trade could you possibly take down here? Are we going to keep ripping down? Maybe. It's not my short. Are we going to rip up out of nowhere? Extremely unlikely. You guys on YouTube, if you want to check out Discord, there's a free link for the free access side of Discord as well. So I think that's what we might do here, guys, because there's no, like I say, there's no reason for there to be any new opportunities until the London Open now. This is a big sell-off. Yeah, bedtime for me. Back for New York. Yeah, good man, good man. You're gonna miss too much, to be honest. Let me see. Where's the Topstep link? Just needs a little bit of breathing room. You know, we can still get scalps here today, hopefully. Yeah. Smoking a cigar sitting at home on my own won't hit the same. It's true. It won't hit the same, but it's still pretty good. Where's the Topstep stream? So we'll be on the Topstep channel in about 40 minutes as well, guys. It was a nice, a really nice squeeze into the lows there. You know, we called the nice sells, but the risk to reward just, yeah, it didn't make it worth it for me. Below this low, I don't know what's going to happen, so. Zoom, guys, 2 seconds. So yeah, YouTube guys, for the pre-London session, I'm going to call it there. You know, there was a nice 50 tick sell-off on that 30-minute candle, but to be honest, I don't want to burn myself out before London's even open. So yeah, I'm going to take a break now, and then we'll be going live on the Topstep YouTube channel that I've just posted in about 40 minutes. So take a break, head over there, and I'll see you guys, and we'll look to trade the London Open. I'll see you guys there. Cheers, guys.